Amazing. That was beautiful. Got my chat up. Okay, should be cool. What's up? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I actually changed around my overlay, and now, like, the stream starting is clips of just me. So they could see from... The what? What'd you say? Oh, I'm not. Right now you're muted. Like, both our mics are muted. Yeah, it's just the video. Um, what? Is it my microphone? I mean, it should be muted. What the fuck? Jesus. Oh, that just unleashed the fucking wrath of hell. Holy hell.
I didn't realize there were 8.
Oh my. Honestly, I thought it was gonna release a couple at a time. Not all
like
of them.
One for each.
Jeez. Okay, let me go left and see what that opens real quick.
All right, I'll get
it
on
opens
top right
the one down here.
The one. Okay. There we go. Oh, okay. Genius. So we just don't get the center one.
Just don't get the middle.
Oh, jeez. That was bullshit, though.
Right?
Jesus. Okay, you just get the middle one and we're done. So.
Yep. 100% I could probably say I've eaten worse things.
Oh, no. You know, if there's anything in my career that's really interesting, is like I've learned how to, let's see, bull testicles. I know how to unravel them perfectly and serve you those without eating the foreskin. Is what I'll say to that, because I could basically de-skin the foreskin.
There you
on
go.
bull testicles.
Oh, I thought that was me.
No, that was me not paying attention at all. So.
I've only had Rocky Mountain oysters once in my life.
By the way, Puppy Paul, you need to send... If you have any clips, let me know.
Oh, go for it. Go for it.
Oh.
Go for it.
Oh my god. Oats, yes. You're the fucking MVP.
Yeah.
Wow. That was fantastic. You know what pisses me off, though? I'm going to be real honest. This is the second level. Like, there's still so much more. Like... Oh god, my fucking shit sounds weird. Fuck. What's happening? Oh god. I like plugged on the port on my mic and it sounded fucking awful. Oh god, oh god, oh god. No. Oh hey, bro. Shit. About to be fucking ninja, dude. Holy shit. Walk past me, motherfucker. Nope. Not gonna work. Run, motherfucker! Run! I remember this. Oh my god. Whew. Fuck. I like how he just gives up, though. Like, he knows where I'm at. He just gives... Like that. Oh. Nope.
You can still technically do it.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Go. Go. Get it. Jump. Whoa! I'm a pro. No, I'm not. I'm really not. No. I'm nervous now. Holy shit. Oh!
Yo!
Can't fucking see.
Someone snuck past us.
Ha! Suck my nuts. Cause I'm a decent shot when I wanna be. But so I'm assuming the lodge is good since you're stoked about it. Cause I definitely wouldn't mind seeing that. Yeah, I heard good things about that film. Mixed reviews in certain ways, but I heard good things. That was a great shot. Can y'all clip that? To totally do that, because there's so much. Oh fuck! Oh, double header! Here, dude, we fucking got him. Dude, that's like the new. Dude, I need a fucking.
Look, turn around.
Oh my god. Oh god. It's a Wookiee squad. That's amazing.
Oh shit. Right, to the right. Over here.
To the right.
Wookiee time. Wookiee time.
Where? Oh, I see him.
Oh, holy cow.
I was in Boston. I was 17 years old. And I was there for the Berkeley 5-week program. I know you know that part, but did you know that oh, we got the key in.
No, we got the key.
Okay, so let's find the cage. Sorry. But did you know that, like, the way I was dropped off in the city, completely blind, like, I had to learn the city on my own, because, like, my dad basically left the minute we got there.
Not safe.
And, yeah, it was really fucking dangerous, so I learned how to navigate a city I had no idea about on my own.
You had to learn street smarts.
Yeah, like, literally, like, know where to go, or know where not to go. Like, it was pretty crazy. And, you know, I would walk around a lot by myself, and I know you particularly enjoy that, Joey, but for a 17-year-old, no car, no working phone, no money.
Where's the rabbit?
Where's the rabbit? I don't know. Where's the rabbit? Where's the rabbit?
What the fuck? You mean the squirrel? It's a squirrel. What the fuck? God damn. Where's the rabbit? You sounded like straight up Elmer Fudd, dude. That's great. Okay, hold on. Let's see what we do here. This is how we do it, everybody. Oh, the timing on that was amazing. Someone clipped that shit. Sorry, I'm like giving orders and shit, but that was amazing. I'm like, it's getting me like real bad. I fucking do not like this right now. I'm stressing pretty hard. Like my heart rate, and I feel like I'm sweating and shit. I'm like, I don't like how this feels. Oh my god, fucking bitch. Did she get me? What the fuck? Fuck. Damn it. I think that's it, yeah. Your undoing is inevitable.
Fuck, he's doing it again.
Oh, double header. Yes, that's like, oh, that was amazing. That was beautiful. Oh my. Oh, how did they not? How did they not? Oh my god, give me the shotgun. Give me the shotgun. Oh my god. Oh, that was stupid. That was I'm sorry, that was really dumb AI. Oh, no, god. Oh. I was trying to roll, and that is not working when you lay down, and it'd be nice to remember very important things. Shit, let's fuck some fucking infected up. This shit looks fucking nuts. Fuck out of here. Bitch. Oh, my body's ready. Let's go. Let's fucking beat some motherfuckers. Fucking dude, again, even on the podcast, fucking bullshit, dude. It's because it's not. I'm so mad. God damn it. Yeah, every fucking time. Fucking shit.
Take two.
Right? Take two. This is what we get when it's live. God damn it.
Hell yeah, brother. Let's go.
Hey guys, welcome. God damn it. I feel like such an idiot having to re-say this. But anyway, welcome to Sic Parvis Magna Gaming and Podcast. We're here with Varadahl today to talk about next-gen consoles and games. Varadahl is a fellow streamer as I am, and he is super dope. One of my favorites as when we first started our stream parties, watching Battlefront 2, and then we need to play more Battlefront 2. That's all I really know. Like, that's like what we need in life. But anyway, just so everyone understands what's kind of going on today, Twitch is obviously a platform I've been on a lot more. I really, really enjoy it. It's probably been more fulfilling and just successful in general in 3 months compared to what I was doing the podcast on YouTube. Podcast still's going on YouTube. There's really like no ends if or buts about that. That's still going to be a thing. But obviously, if you guys are here live, feel free to highlight your questions, your comments, concerns. We will be looking at chat and just kind of going through the motions of this. We have a pretty cool, interesting setup, I feel. So obviously enjoy as we kind of go through this. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started. Varadahl, you got anything to say before we kind of get the ball rolling?
No, go for it, man. Just if you have any questions, use the highlight message, and I hope you enjoy.
The man, the myth, the legend, the sleep. I love that. Sweet. So, okay, just to start it off, just to kind of remind everyone what the consoles kind of look like when they first were revealed. We're going to go ahead and show that. I think we did this on stream too, that I remember. And it's an Alienware PC! Dude, the modem memes were hilarious.
Yeah, the modem memes were hilarious.
Because as much as I want to say it doesn't look like it, it just fucking does, bro. Like, so fucking bad. It's just really bad. But it's so awesome. It still looks sick. I love how that looks. I'm just glad I didn't say anything. Like, I hate that built-up hype of, like, talking during commercials. It's just weird. Oh, this is still going. Oops. Accessories and shit.
You know what I thought was really cool? That I only realized after I watched the PS5 reveal was that it was like a subliminal imaging of all the coloring of what the PS4 would have looked like. So your eyes were like,
Huh.
those colors are nice.
I did not notice that actually, and now that like I rethink on it, that makes a whole lot of sense.
Let's suppose that you were able every night to dream any dream you wanted to dream. And that you could have the power within one night to dream 75 years of time.
Can you take your mouse off the screen?
Oh, my bad.
And you would naturally, as you began on this adventure of dreams, fulfill all your wishes.
I didn't realize you could see the mouse, my bad.
But now let's have a surprise. Let's have a dream which isn't under control. And then you would get more and more adventurous. And you would make further and further out gambles as to what you would dream. And finally, you would dream where you are now.
Man. I thought it was done.
Hard to discover new audio.
Oh God! Don't look at that. No, I'm kidding. All right, man. I don't know why I still can't like super get around. Like just to kind of just kick this off, like cosmetics. Like let's just talk about cosmetically appealing. Xbox. I just can't get behind this solid square. Like I just can't.
The fridge.
Yeah, like all the memes, mind you, the memes on both of these things like are super fucking accurate. Like it's hilarious, it's funny, it's all in good fun. But like if I look at like both of them, like in hindsight, like I personally love the PlayStation over Xbox because it's just so simple for something being like, you know, eventually gonna pay $400, $600, whatever it's gonna be. You know, I don't want a fucking box. You know what I mean? Like I just don't. Like I think that's probably one of the biggest things for this. Like the hype in that commercial, like the dialogue. Like I mentioned dialogue and like how PlayStation I felt like did it better because they didn't build up this hype. They had like this cinematic like sound and shit, right? And then you know it kicked in the beat when it was revealed and just looked fucking smooth, slick. You didn't really need words for it, and that's what I enjoyed about that presentation. And you know, mind you were talking about like how, you know, psychologically they just set it up to make it look like that build up in its own way. And man, Xbox, I just felt like they lost a big opportunity to make this thing look fucking cool. Because mind you, like, you know, we'll get into that more about how I feel about the games, but like, it just does not appease to me. That's for sure, or have any appeal. That's for sure. King size.
It's basically, do you want a slick modem or a tank of an Xbox fridge, basically?
Yeah, I mean it's just so odd. I mean the light might be cool, I guess, because it looks like a sun or something. I don't know if that's even a light. Like I don't know if they just added that to make it look cool or they just like just kind of threw it in there. I don't really know. Dude, I do not like the mini fridge Monster. I do not. It's a box with an X on it. Yes, Gator. That's fucking Xbox. True to it. And I mean, not wrong. Okay, so Travis is saying, I mean, look at the goofy shit before. N64, Dreamcast, just because they look kind of goofy doesn't mean they're bad. Yeah, I mean, I could totally get behind that. I mean, personally, like, that's the thing. Like, they were creative in its own way, and I could get behind a lot of what they were doing, you know, on the design. And, you know, even though it's something I hadn't seen before and, like, felt comfortable with, it was just cool to see. And no, I completely agree with that. And this one's just the fucking box, and I just don't like that. Don't like that.
When
Indeed.
I see the new Xbox,
So.
I think to myself, is it gonna like sound like a blow dryer when it's on, or what? That's the thoughts that I have.
No shit. I mean, it almost feels like, obviously maybe like the design is like it needs that much cooling, and that's why it's just this big old. But yeah, you're 100% right. It looks like a fucking hairdryer vent. That that's where it breathes and it functions and shit. So I don't know. Again, not very happy. If I had tally, if we're gonna do some tally marks here, tally mark PlayStation as far as like I think they definitely win that area. Let's see. Okay, so we got a comment from Doll Duck 69. Personally, I am an Xbox player and I do like the design. However, I won't be buying either because it's too expensive and I already have a PC. So, that actually segues us into like a really good, more in-depth conversation about that, and that's fair. I mean, so quick question for you: like, why do you like the design, considering like the price tag and also just like the simplisticness of it? Because for me, like, that's the problem with me. It's too simplistic, and that's just me. I guess you could reply whatever, and we could go from there. But yeah, I mean, you got any? Yeah.
Sorry, I just think the PS5 just looks a lot more slicker and aesthetically pleasing. I just think. Just let me look it up. I just think it looks too chunky or too weird to me. I don't know why. It just looks. It looks okay, but I just prefer how the PS5 looks.
Yeah.
Definitely prefer the older Xbox, the way they're like slimmer and square, kind of like how the old PS4. They kind of look nicer to me than the big box.
Yeah, and I feel like they learned from the past too, because you look at their PS3 design, like when that was first released, and that just was bulky, shiny, and just really awkward and loud with the fan. So it was just like, I feel like they learned from it. Mind you, we won't really know how it operates, right, till we get it, but I feel like they're kind of learning to make it slicker and more modern, which is, I guess, ideally like the world we're kind of like leaning towards. Okay, so you like simplicity. That's fair. I mean, if that's your taste, that's perfectly fine. I just feel like for me, like if I'm dropping X amount of cash, I'd like it to look cooler. Maybe that's just me being like fucking shitty about it, but just a little bit cooler. With a popped up collar. That's funny. But yeah, let's talk specs now. V, do you want to read off some of the specs that we got?
Sure. I mean, they're both AMD Zen CPUs. Xbox is like, it doesn't really even matter. It's just like slightly faster. The PlayStation 5 graphics has 10.28 teraflops, and the Xbox Series has 12.16, I think. And the RAM is the same. The storage wise, Xbox has a little bit more. They have a 1 terabyte, and I think the storage is an 825 SSD for PlayStation 5. And apparently they're both 120 hertz, which hopefully some of the games will be, because I think Ori is 120 hertz. So that's a big thing instead of being at 30 frames per second.
Yeah, no, I agree with that for sure.
Cloud gaming, there's going to be PSN Now, which will turn into a question that I'll bring up soon, and there's going to be Xbox Game Pass, and then that's the same with the backwards compatibility. It's the Xbox Game Pass and the PSN Now, and you have what they look like and when they're releasing is next year, or this holiday, right? Christmas.
Yeah, it looks like. I think they're both still in line for that. I mean, some of the specs that I think for me matter the most, and some that honestly balance out, because I feel like a lot of what they're doing is too similar. I think ideally, though, if I say in a nutshell, Xbox Series X is slightly more powerful. Not
Can you play the
crazy.
Xbox games in the background a minute?
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Let me do that.
No,
I completely forgot we were doing that. I'm sorry, y'all. There's gonna be ads because we're lame.
It's time to
I don't have
try
YouTube Red.
Don't worry about it.
Let's see. This is
and then like just mute it. That's the PS5.
yeah. Do it here. Hold on. It's gonna go to. There we go. Oh, there we go. Stupid ads. Jesus. There we go. So everyone can see that.
Right. So, do you want a hot take?
Yeah. I do want a hot take. Tell me how you feel, buddy.
All the games on the Xbox game reveal trailer, they're all going to be on the Xbox Game Pass. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So why should we buy an Xbox X? What if they're all going to be on the Xbox Game Pass and we're on PC? What's the reason you should buy an Xbox? Is what I didn't understand, because all the games that they showed are all going to be on the Game Pass. The new Halo, Fable, everything. So I don't know why they went that direction. It kind of like doesn't give you a reason to buy one.
Yeah, they kind of shot themselves in the foot. I mean, I think the problem is, like, more than anything is, like, the availability towards games. Because, like, something I'll honor Xbox with right now, they're finally focusing on games. Like, the last, I don't know, X amount of showcases they've had, it's always been about features that, like, don't mean shit to me as far as a console's concerned. Like, you know, what was it, Xbox One, when they're like, you could watch TV. Like a lot of bullshit like that, where it was just like, why do I need a console to watch fucking TV when there's TV? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like dumb. And now that they're talking about games, like, I think you're 100% right on that. Like, I feel it's very awkward to, you know, for any PC player, especially me now that I've actually, I don't want to say conformed, because I still love my PlayStation, but it's just one of those things where you're exactly right. I mean, like, now I have access to those games. Like, why am I enticed to buy, you know, an Xbox to play the same games I could play on my PC? So,
and for Dub's question, I do believe that they're going to be free is what they meant, because one of the games was already on the Game Pass from the story game, and that's included with Game Pass. I do believe that's what they meant by that all of these games will be included with the Game Pass. So if you pay that subscription, you get all these new games that they're coming out with. Just like the way when we play Sea of Thieves, it's going to be, you pay that subscription, you get all them games basically. So I don't see why you would have to buy the Xbox then.
Yeah, and that's interesting. I mean, I'm going to go back on this question here. Or someone made a statement. They're basically making a gaming PC that's out of date within a year. I mean, I feel like it's out of date the minute you get it, which is unfortunate. But no, I think that's the problem. Like, that's the problem with integrating with what they did as a business model. Them integrating, you know, so much of PC into the Xbox, and now everything's so user friendly. Don't get me wrong. Like I think we've talked about, like, a lot of the good things about both having that as far as a capture card and making things a little bit easier. Why is this looking so weird? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm messing with this. Anyway, and it's just one of those things where I feel like it just doesn't always work out in that way. You know, they thought this was a great idea, but now they realize, like, they basically made better PC games.
But it looks fine if you have the YouTube playing like a bigger screen and us two a bit smaller.
I'm sorry?
Kind of like, yeah.
Oh, you want to make the big screen? I could do that.
No, like yeah, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, just as far as that take is concerned, like, it's just weird. Why does this keep doing that to me? So weird. Stupid Discord. Sorry, so mad. Anyway, but yeah, no, it's just weird. I mean, I felt like they had a great idea making things compatible. And again, I have a PC. I don't need to buy an Xbox. Just because I could just literally, they just said, like, okay, you could get it on PC as well. And I'm like, all right, well, I have Game Pass and I love Game Pass. I don't feel enticed at this point. And I think you're 100% right, V, as far as, like, how that goes. Because, I mean, that's the reason, like, switching over to PlayStation now, like, their exclusives are the exact reason why people buy a PlayStation. Like, there's no other access to it.
That's what someone told me the other day, and I totally agreed with him that
Mm-hmm.
exclusives sell your console, and there basically is no exclusives for the Xbox because they're all on Game Pass, which they said will be on PC and the Xbox Game Pass. So, and you can already see some of them being added in, and it says included with the Game Pass. So that's why I'm saying that, as Doug was saying, they basically it's per marketing. That's what someone else pointed out to me. And I just thought I'd
Mm-hmm.
bring it up today. It's like it just really just says to me like there's really no point to get the Xbox if you have a PC because you can play all the games that are coming out.
Yeah.
So it'd just be in the terms of seeing what exclusives PS4, PS5 will have, and then as we saw, they have a few good ones. So you're more or less just getting a PS5 at this point.
Yeah. I mean, like it's like you look at PlayStation now too. Like I know the backwards compatibility, like kind of getting into that. A lot of people
Yeah,
are complaining that they're not going to one, two, or three. Um, I think this next showcase is actually going to describe if that's true or not. I think they're holding off on it because that's just how PlayStation rolls. Because honestly, they won the last showcase as far as the game's concerned at the time. I didn't watch the whole entire showcase of the Xbox, so I can't speak to that at the moment. But I definitely think that the fact that they have exclusives that are not even on their subscription services is the hugest win. I mean, I have PlayStation now. I really enjoy going through. It mostly goes back to PS2 games. I know there's like one or two PS1 games on there, um, but they give you this diverse, direct variety for you to like live through these eras while also creating enticing you to buy that while enticing you to buy the console and the exclusives because they're all for the most part like 80 to 90% of the time exclusives are just amazing for them. So
um, reading Duck's comment, the two answers I have for that is my argument is go PC. Like you just put a controller into your PC. Like that's that knocked out of the park. The thing with the PSN now, I think if they went the Xbox direction and just had it where you would download the game and play it off their thing, just the way the Xbox Game Pass works, instead of because a lot of people complain about the network issues and everything and the lag
mhm.
and whatnot, and I think that's the biggest problem with PSN now. But I didn't hear any issues about not being able to play like 2 and 3 games.
Yeah, as far as speaking of that too, like on PC, PlayStation now runs better, just 110%.
Yeah, because it's far superior hardware in it as
Yeah,
well. Anyway.
and I think that's the thing. Like going into their hardware specs, I think they're learning from that. And to my understanding, PS5 is their last one. I don't think they're gonna go any further. They don't really need to. I mean, if they're basically making it, a decent PC, I don't feel a need or more of that. So, more than anything. So I think the thing about PlayStation now that is convenient is like I think outside of its hardware issues and it just not running too well, it's pretty solid. I mean, like a lot of the stuff you can't play anymore unless you have those old consoles, and I think the game selection is what makes it win. If they do add, just say like kind of copy Game Pass, I think they'd shoot themselves in the foot because it just as much as I was super happy to have Minecraft Dungeons
Mhm.
on like right away, I also think it's also like, well, hell, like that developer probably could have made more money if they sold more. They sold more copies on Xbox.
Mhm.
And though they're trying to gravitate towards what they're doing, I feel like they're shooting developers and other groups in the foot just because of that. Mind you,
I
they
don't.
make a deal, and I'm sure they make some money off of it. But I just feel like it's not to me, it's not the best thing. As far as a business for me, like I think it ideally like that's an extra perk where hey, I pay $5 a month and I get an extra 100 games to my library. I might not like them all, but I'll really enjoy it. You know what I mean? And I guess that's just for me like the variety of games versus like I have one subscription service, I have everything I need. Because
Mhm.
ideally, like especially now, I have too many games, like too many. Um,
I think what me and Dodak was saying that I think one of the bigger problems is it's managed off the cloud is as I think that a lot of people have the problems with.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily have to put exclusive games on PS5 onto the PSN now. There's a really big awesome collection you can play on PSN now,
Hmm.
but I think that if they done it in the way Xbox Game Pass is to download the game and then play it and it's connected to the pass, I think that would be uh much more effective and better.
Yeah, no, that's fair. And I think you could do that on certain games that are PS4 compatible. I think they did discuss that like originally when PS4 was getting announced. I mean, I could probably pull up the clip at some point, but they discussed why that would actually like for some reason slow down the hardware. And I don't know if that's just how it was designed. I just remember they just weren't into the idea of doing backwards compatibility via hardware and focusing on that. That's why they went cloud, which makes sense, doesn't make sense. I feel like, again, you're right, it could be executed better. It's just such a weird, I don't know, such a weird thing in my opinion, like how they do that and how they decide that. Because I can't imagine just being like, yeah, we're doing this now, you know? I don't know. It's so weird.
Oh
Game
my
Pass.
god, I forgot because you're American, you get so many ads on that
Dude,
video.
it's fucking annoying. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry for anyone watching and really into those trailers. Oh god. It's just really frustrating because I'm just gonna. This is how they make you subscribe to YouTube, Reb. Just saying. Um, it's just
Yeah.
it
But
is
for
what it
us,
is.
it's just like one or two ads, and then that's it. Usually, I never usually get any more ads than that.
Yeah, it's so bad. I mean, they play it like every fucking I don't know 4 or 5 minutes.
Mm.
It's super annoying.
But which do you think is better then in terms of whatever you want to argue?
I mean, when I really like pulled it down as a whole on both cosmetics, game choices, system, for me it's an easy answer just because I'm not saying this as a Sony fanboy, but I just like their content and I trust their content. So for me, it'd be PS5 like all the way due to like what I've seen. Even on the game showcase, like I like how they're looking at indie games more. Like obviously, as anyone knows that sees me as a streamer, I've been supporting indie games a lot more than ever. So I feel like that's something that like I always, tip my hat to because it's like you're supporting the little guys that are eventually going to make something super super amazing, even though they already have and their low budget games or whatever you want to call it. But I like the fact that they're supporting the others around them as far as like what games they're backing because I feel like they're giving themselves more content for the future to invest in. They're not, like again, no offense to Xbox, but they're buying companies for their ideas, but they're not investing in their own in certain ways because they've bought out a
That
lot
was
of.
a yeah that
They
was a big issue last year.
yeah, because they keep buying companies and then they control it, and they control it so much that sometimes the best, like the product at the end, isn't the best if they had less control. Because it's kind of like when you work with movie studios, like anyone that's seen Tom Hardy's Venom, so if anyone's seen that movie, not the best movie. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. It was very like in the middle for me. But like Tom Hardy specifically said at one point, it was like they cut out 45 minutes of the movie that I wanted, and he believed that movie would have been better if they had those segments of it. And I feel like that's probably part of the biggest problem. They're just not really looking into you know creativity on a grand scale of things, I feel. And that's why I choose PlayStation, because I think long term wise they always make you know 70-80% of the time solid content, like always. And they kill it, man. I mean, like, I know I'm not into Ghost of Tsushima right now, like I'm not, like I look at the game and I'm just like, man, I love Infamous, but I can't get into this game. um, you know I think that's something that for me, like, I could still trust it's a great game. But yeah, PlayStation for me, like all the way,
Yeah.
for sure.
Hey chef, I'd say put the emphasis on had the better game to mark it off.
Let's see, PlayStation.
But Duldog's argument about which I built a PC power picker list of a PC about 600-ish to 700-ish that we'll look at later.
Hmm.
Uh, which is what we're gonna talk about that argument later in the podcast. But Don't worry about that.
Sorry, I dropped a water cap on my dog. Super random, you know.
Oh no, the doggos.
Yeah, the doggos are all here. Yeah, I mean, I know that's a bad example, but obviously, film and games are two different worlds. They definitely know how to treat their games and they do their movies. Um, and that's why I'm really curious how the Uncharted movie's going. Just super, like, scared, but, like, excited for that film. But we'll see. I mean, Tom Holland's in it, so I'm happy enough with that.
Speaking of Spider-Man, the Miles Morales PlayStation exclusive. Ooh,
fuck
that looks pretty
yes.
good.
Fuck yes,
That looks
dude.
sick.
He actually recently, I think, did a tweet talking about how he feels so honored playing Miles Morales, and he's like super stoked, and he thinks that add-on content, which is crazy, it's an add-on, it's kind of bullshit in a way, like, because apparently it's a huge add-on, like it's not another game, but it's a big add-on basically to the game, it's just he's like super happy with the story, the script, and obviously every actor's gonna say that at one point, but I don't know, I love Miles' story so much.
It was a really good movie too. I thought it was good.
God, it's my quote on Instagram right now. Like I fucking love that movie. Like I remember crying like a fucking baby and watching that film because it was just so goddamn good. So relatable, at least for me at the time. You know, I could go on and on about that movie, like for
Well,
sure.
I've got a question for you and obviously the people that are here. Will the price of each console affect your purchase? What price do you guys give the consoles? Like the max that you'll not buy it? And if it's at a certain price, say 600, would you not rather go PC at that price point? But what price effect will affect your purchase?
Man, that's a good question. I think for both consoles, if I'm gonna reach a median, you know, if I'm gonna be real unbiased on this decision, I would say 600 personally, just given like the exclusivity in PlayStation. And though the only problem with spending 600 on Xbox is that, like, again, I have a PC that could play those games, and kind of going back to what you said, doesn't necessarily seem worth it. But I feel like really like 600. I mean, if I had to separate them and how much I'd spend on each, it'd probably be like, I feel like $700 is worth it for PlayStation just because I'm such a fan and I like their content. Just for that matter, I'd give it another $100 and I'd probably drop like Xbox to like 550, 600. Just because I could play it on PC and I don't see a reason to buy it. Like I just don't. And
I would say
you know,
anything over 600 is pushing it.
I agree.
500 for me would be a medium. Place the PS5 or the Xbox at 600 is like pushing it for me, I'd say. Because anything over that, you can build yourself a PC that's probably going to be better than that. It'll last you longer. You can upgrade it. It'll be much cheaper in the long run to upgrade because you have most of the parts.
Yeah.
And then you can work on your PC. You can stream even better than what you probably could do then.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, like, that's another thing. Like, we just still don't know everything for PlayStation. You know, they're doing the state of play August 6th. I think I'm saying that right. And they say play shouldn't have a limit. And that tagline says a lot to me. I feel like all the negative connotations of going back to PS1 and not having that, I think it's possible they announced something with that. I think they announced a new VR in the sense of like how well done that's done. I really hope they somehow integrate PlayStation streaming a lot better. Oh, thanks for that follow, Dalduck. I appreciate you.
Thanks for the follow, my brother. I appreciate you. Welcome to the stream.
I never expected a follow on a podcast. That's so awesome. Thank you. But yeah, I think, you know, as far as where that goes, I'm excited to see that showcase. And that's the thing, like, PlayStation waited. And what's crazy is, like, what sucks, they're still limited. I mean, like, I don't know if anyone's heard, but like in their Q3 and Q4 2019, they were down. Like, they were down money. Q1 2020, they were basically down because production wasn't happening. That's the reason you get a limitation where there's only one per household. They're actually going to have a limited quantity once it sells out because this whole COVID situation, like, all that is actually hurting them more. And they're actually still reaching a median price for us as consumers. So it's interesting the way they're playing this out. I mean, they're really relying on the product, and that's something I always appreciated about them. And I feel confident. Like, I'll definitely buy one. I don't know if I'll buy it at launch, but I'll definitely buy one. Yeah, because we'll get to the games, but yeah, the games are the interesting ones for sure.
Yeah, I get you. If the PS5 isn't cheap or isn't like an extortionate price, that people are now more inclined to probably go PS5. But yeah, I mean, of course, we all grew up with
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation and Xbox. Like I played the Halo 1, 2, and 3, and I think from the story point there, that's where it kind of ended for me too. And
Mm-hmm.
like I'm with you on that, banana. And I thought OST was good too, but I don't know how this new Halo's gonna go. In terms of graphics, there's been a lot of complaints how it looks a bit weird, but I think it looks okay. But
Mm-hmm.
my advice would be if the consoles are 600, I would definitely go with just building a PC at that point. That
Yeah.
that, that would be that would be me personally.
No, and I think that's 100% fair. I mean, now that I've been having a PC for what, like month and a half, 2 months now, I don't really remember. It's so nice. I mean, like, what's cool is like, I plug in my PS4 remotes to play too. Whenever I feel like I suck at keyboard, and it's like I'm playing on my PlayStation just way fucking better. And it's just a fact. So I
Yeah,
don't know,
and
man. I'm right with you on that PC train. I mean, I think definitely like PS5 entices me just to purchase due to exclusives,
mm,
man. I mean, I'm never gonna
yeah,
play, you know, possible Last of Us Part 3, or I'll never play another Metal Gear if that gets made. Like shit like that is the reason why I go buy that shit. And you know, I don't know. It's gonna be good.
another
That's
point
for sure.
for PC I'd like to make is as as with the Xbox Game Pass, there is also PSN now, which I hope they do change the mechanics of it. But
Mm-hmm.
you have like Metro Exodus and some like AAA games on there. So
Mm-hmm.
I'd imagine down the line, in about 6 months when the games get cheaper, I'd imagine they'd put the exclusives on the PSN now, as they have some of them. Because Metro Exodus was an exclusive
Yeah,
to
that's true.
PlayStation, and
Mm-hmm.
that's on PSN now. So that just they could put exclusives on there at some point,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously keep them for so many months on the PlayStation, so that gives you the reason to buy the PS5. But
Yeah.
definitely for the exclusives, I can see the reason for getting a PS5. But if you can wait, you know there is a possibility that they will come to PSN now, and as well you can play Halo as soon as it comes out on Xbox Game Pass. So again, it's all on PC. It's all accessible. So
Have they talked about a price increase out of curiosity with Game Pass with them launching this, or because mind you, like ain't it like $5, $15 or
yeah,
something a month, which is ridiculous. And like, don't get me wrong, it's a hell of a deal. I'm not bitching about that, but like the fact
mhm.
that they're gonna release these crazy AAA titles like Halo Infinite. I just downloaded the Master Chief Collection, and fucking grateful for. By the way, it's just crazy that if they don't even do a price increase, because I know Sony over time has increased their prices due to what they're getting, and it's just one of those things where like I wonder if they're even gonna go that far, just kind of like roll with it, just so they could get more people in, which I don't think they should on a business standpoint personally, but
I think PSN now is a bit more expensive than the Xbox Game Pass, but what I'm saying is that
yeah.
they do bring more. They do have a really good selection of games on the PSN now, which like even I'm tempted to even get it. But what I'm saying is if they start bringing these new games onto it,
Yeah.
once they come out of the exclusivity period and they start coming on PSN now, it's like a no brainer. Just because like
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to stream Ghost of Tsushima so bad, but obviously I don't have it. So if that
Yeah.
comes to PSN now, I totally stream it down the line.
Yeah, that's fair. I know they've done like big AAA titles on there before. It's usually taken like I would say over a year. Like I think Control was kind of big for, even though that wasn't exclusive, that was big for the market last year, and it's on there now, and that's a good thing. I mean, they have like they do have some stuff, but I guess if they do push the envelope and get like true exclusives on there, like eventually you play, like you said, Ghost of Tsushima or The Last of Us, or whatever other exclusive they got planned up, like that'd be fucking dope. I mean, you're right, no brainer for sure. I'd be down as fuck. That's for sure.
Now, you can even go on to their website and see how big the list is. But just off the top there, they have like Watch Dogs 2, Street Fighter, Metro Exodus, Dishonored 2, NASCAR, Rainbow Six Siege, The Evil Within, Get Even, Just Cause, Control. Like that's some of the AAA games they have just like showcasing on the front, and the Phantom Pain, Doom, etc. Like they have like some really
Yeah.
good games you can play.
There's some very. So I feel like what's cool about PSN now, like now that we're talking about like cloud based systems and
Hmm.
just like the variety, they do. I feel like the way PlayStation does things, they do it like with the finesse of like getting you into like the classics and building you up to now. And I feel like that's what kind of what they've always done. Like I think a friend of mine was talking to me how like he was complaining about getting Uncharted, the collection where you get the first three games, and I think some other game that like obviously it's been released forever now. It's a greatest hit, and I was telling him like, no, dude, that's genius. I mean, like think about it, like you just brought a PlayStation, you got a collector's edition of one of their best franchises ever. Like how bought in are you gonna be once you play those games that you got for free? Mind you, me as the consumer that's paid for these games, yeah, it kind of sucks, but like you look at their business model and them really thinking about stuff like that, it's nuts to me, like I think it's genius, and they've always looked at building fanship over just throwing good games at you, and I think that's something I appreciated just because I've been such a fan. But yeah, I get you though, like 100% get you. I would love the exclusives on PS Now because again, I don't want to pay for Ghost of Tsushima right now. Like if it was on now right now, I'd probably be playing it just for the fact that I pay for the subscription. I'm gonna read a comment here. So
Go for
Dalduck
it.
is saying that he didn't know about PlayStation Now. They shouted about it. It's true. They actually, that's one thing that I think they don't use it as a selling point. It's just kind of like something you discover when you get the console, because it was not a focus for them. So at least I feel like it was a guinea pig version of what they wanted to do in the future, and I hope they talk about it now and its improvements in five. Um, because no, I think you're 100% right. Gator, thanks for telling me the price of Game Pass. Um,
Uh, $15. So the Game Pass is for per month. It's like $5 for us. It's £3, but for the first month it's $1 or £1. But after that, it's £3 for us, and then $5. I don't know how much it is per year, but it's not $15, is it?
if it's man, that's crazy. If it's $15, fucking cheap. They're shooting themselves in the foot. Unless that's per month, that makes sense per month. Because
No,
that's
per month. Per month it's like $5 because I pay £3 for it per month.
that's insane. I don't really know then. Um, okay, Double Duck said they lowered the prices. I think they ultimately want to make more money. A lot of people canceled Disney. Plus, yeah, that's true. I mean, I remember when Mandalorian was like number one, and then everyone just kind of dipped out after that. Um,
He's looking at the ultimate one, which is sorry, Dan. It includes
there you go.
Xbox Live Gold, unlimited access to over 100 high quality console. So it's Xbox Game Pass for PC, Xbox, and it's your Gold Live membership. That's the
Oh, so,
15.
so it's like a when kind of like interchangeable or whatever. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I just have the PC one, which is just like $5 a month, and it's like $1 for the first month.
no, that makes sense.
But obviously, if you have Xbox, you'll need the Gold membership to play online and stuff. So
Um, oh yeah. So can you picture PSN Now and Xbox Game Pass only being $1 or $2 monthly? Right. You aren't going to cancel $1 sub, but that's $1 from possible million people, 2 million, 3 or 4. Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah. So you're talking about volumetric, like sales. And I get that. Like, it's just wondering how sustainable that could be. Like on a monthly basis, you're right. Like $4 million, but how much does it sustain to provide what they have is, I guess, the question. But only they know that. But yeah, I mean, if it does get cheaper, that'd be a good selling point if it's doable on prosperity of the business. But I think you're 100% right. Um, but it's interesting. I mean, like the way like our world has changed so much as far as like COVID and like business and how we have to think outside the box to not only sustain what we have earned, but like where do we go from here? And And I think that's what's really, really interesting as we dive deep into like what these consoles are going to do and what they mean and like what are their limits. Like, you know what I mean? Like if anyone played The Last of Us Part 2 on their PS4, holy shit, that was the limit. Like and I say that like because that fucking my fucking PlayStation was fucking like moaning from death. Like I'm not even lying. But it's just one of those things where like I'm very curious at how far they can push these consoles long term. Like are they going to be relevant in 4 or 5 years? You know, we're going to have these massive libraries of games and you know, what does it mean? Like, are they just making more better games, or you know, where do we go from here? And I know Banana Gator mentioned VR, and I believe VR and all that kind of comes into fruition. I just kind of wondering when, because you know, Ready Player One type of shit I feel like is the future, but we'll see. Borden, whatever, you're a nerd. Get out of here. Get out of here. But yeah, I mean, you know that's a solid point, man. I really enjoy your comments. I'm actually gonna play the next video.
Thanks for all the comments. We do appreciate it. One of the shut up, Borden.
Shut up, Borden.
You're not only a nerd, but you're a weeb too. So I'm just messing with you. One of the concerns I have with Xbox is last year they had like no games come out whatsoever, and they also had one or two of the games. One I can confirm got cancelled, which was Scalebound, which was one of their exclusives. So to me, it's will any of the games they announced this year be cancelled? Hopefully not. But obviously, the big ones that they'll obviously bring to the console will be Fable and Halo. But hopefully, none of them get cancelled. But that's just one of the things I'd worry about.
Yeah, I mean, it's so interesting the way game development works. I mean, I wish I knew more personally about that business and why projects get scrapped. It's like film. I feel like shit just goes through and then it doesn't. Like, and like being around the film industry and kind of understanding how that business works. So interesting. Speaking of which, Tenet getting a fucking release date. Sorry, super sidebar. I don't know if anyone cares about Tenet, but I care about Tenet. And it's releasing August 26th, pretty much overseas, and then they're doing partial release in US, which is so weird. It looks like at this point some studios might just get desperate and do it. I don't blame them. I mean, there's money to be made because they're spending millions and millions on these movies, especially fucking Christopher Nolan. I can only imagine how much he spent on this movie. So interesting how all that stuff is going to work out. I mean, fuck this pandemic. It's probably my last comment on that for sure, because it's a lot, it's so much for sure.
Doldog says 11.5 million apparently subbed in Netflix. If PSN shouted more about their own PSN now, that could be the same for them. Imagine getting $11.5 million for just hosting an online service. They won't pay for parts or factories, etc. They'd make so much more money. Obviously, that's for Netflix, not PSN now. But my point is, it could be. I get you, but I think the problem at the minute is it's a little bit too pricey for the problems it currently has. Which for some people, the technology isn't there in terms of their internet speeds, and I think there's latency and network issues with the PSN now because it's cloud. So that's why I think if they changed it to way the Xbox Game Pass does it instead of cloud, but you can still play all these games, then I think it would definitely work much more better that way instead of being cloud. But I totally agree with what you mean. But at the minute, that's why I don't think it's as big as it should be. They don't really market it, and I think they really need just to do something with it anyway. But it is there. But I get what you mean. But that's my answer to your question.
That's interesting. Yeah, and it makes sense too. Like I remember I was looking at Netflix profit margins, and they were so down last year. Last year, man, I forgot if it was 90 million. They were down like fucking shit ton of money, like shit ton. Like we're surprised they're still operating, kind of thing. But basically, the investors saw like the turnaround that they could get, and that's why they're still supplying the funds to go into production. Because at this point, like them as an industry are going into theaters. They're going into, you know, outside of just the spectrum of streaming. Because mind you, like all the product they have on Netflix, like fuck yeah. All I'm saying, I fucking love their product, and though they don't get a profit, at least as far as I know. They might have gotten during this pandemic just because now everyone's on that shit. It's just crazy to think like where all that money goes. Um, so that, I guess that's my comment on that. Like, it's crazy. Like, sometimes like 11.5 sounds like a lot, but like, production is just insane. Like, I remember when was it The Witcher? I want to say they spent close to, was it 2 or 3 million? Quite a bit on making those 8 episodes, 6 episodes, whatever it is. I know it's a short season one. They spent so much money, and same thing with Stranger Things coming out and a bunch of films. So it's so interesting. I'm really excited to see like where all this industry goes once we kind of go back to normal. Um,
They announced today that they're gonna do like a prequel to the
mhm.
Witcher series or something that they're working on at the minute, and it sounded really cool.
It did look. I actually have yet to see The Witcher myself. I've been meaning to. I just been watching other bullshit and streaming, but what do you call it? Gator says, focusing on exclusivity too, creating supply and demand of specific studio projects and devs. I agree. I mean, and that's why, like, I think PlayStation's done a good job, as you guys could see once we get past these triple A's that they're starting to pump out. There's a lot of random indie shit that, like, is my cup of tea. It might not be everyone's, and who knows if they'll actually sell, but, I think that's the move for them that's going to help them. Stadia. Man, I feel so bad for them. And I say
I
that
knew it was gonna fail. It just wasn't there.
it sounded so perfect. Like, honestly, like when you think back on like the way all of it was working, and how it could work, it was just one of those things where, like, I really hope they'd be successful, because we had a podcast on it when it was actually revealed initially with some friends of mine when we were doing podcasting together, and we were talking about like this could actually take over like a lot of things, and unfortunately it wasn't executed properly, and it just tanked, which is so fucking awful, because I was so stoked for that. And then, like, I hear the horror stories now, because mind you, I didn't even have a good piece to even attempt to do it. But it's just one of those things where, like, I'm so sad that like that didn't. I hope they keep working on it. I mean, like, they're such a powerful company. I don't see why they don't. They just have to do their research and understand the way all of this works, because they're pretty much relying on what YouTube is doing for the world to work in gaming, and that's not the same kind of power you need. Because like their whole. I don't know. Did you guys see this presentation? Out of curiosity,
Which one?
the Stadia presentation on how it would work.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
No, I watched this.
that shit's so nuts, man. Like, it sounded perfect and it sounded like it would work, but they just did not scale that, and they did not think of the controller. They did not think of like any of that.
Pricing.
Yeah, like,
Sure, everything was fucked.
yeah, dude, it's just so nuts. I feel. Um, let's see. That would create a lot of revenue, but required opening. Yeah, no. I think you're resorting to. You're talking about Netflix, right, Gator? Sorry, I know this is all kind of everywhere.
I think Duck is saying that in terms of Netflix, if it was cheaper, like everyone would come back to it, and if PSNI was similar to Netflix or whatever, that they would make a lot of money.
Yeah. Hey, chill out. Sorry, the
But
doggos are losing it.
That's okay. Touching on bananas one, what we were saying at the start is there basically is no exclusives for the Xbox X series, because on the trailer they said that all these games will be available on the Xbox Pass. So if that's true, then I don't see a reason why you would want to buy an Xbox, because if all these exclusives are going to be on the Xbox Game Pass for PC too, then you just get a PC. You can play all the games that are going to be there. Like, I, I don't I don't know where they're going to go with the Halo 5 story now. I would be interested to play it to see where it goes. But yeah, I can just play all these on PC. So, but in terms of exclusivity, I say PS5 have a clear advantage, and they have much more cool, interesting games, for sure, than the Xbox has brought out. And if you have a PS5, if you get a PS5 and you have a PC, just get the Game Pass. You can play all the Xbox games. No point buying an Xbox. That's honest. That's my opinion. Honestly, Microsoft is your OS on most PCs. That well, exactly. Exactly. That's why they're bringing all the Xbox games to the Game Pass, and on the Game Pass, the PC players can play it too. So they're basically, I just don't understand that marketing and shooting themselves in the foot. But we will ask some more questions, and we'll talk about some of the games once Jay's returned.
Yeah, like I mean, getting back to a lot of that, like I don't know, I feel like it's a bad move. Like I feel like everyone has access to it already, and I don't know. It doesn't make me want to buy an Xbox. That's for sure.
And I just think there's just much more exclusives and much more better games coming out on the PS5 that that are worth playing on instead of what the Xbox is doing. Because for certain, even since last year, they weren't really making any good or big games for Xbox. They've been coming away from that, and you can see they're pushing for the online service. So they just don't even make a big push for it in general. So it's kind of just like, do I really want to buy an Xbox? I mean, there's not many good games out for it, and you can play them even better on PC. I don't see the point, which is why. Do you weigh one higher than the other? Well, out of the exclusive both consoles, what would be your respective favorites? Bernardo, we can talk about that in a minute. I think
Yeah, no, I'm down for that. I mean, yeah, we could get into the nitty gritty side of as far as games. We've been talking about like how exclusives matter and how like what we're excited for, and I think that's what we need to get to at this point. Like, just definitely check out, you
get
know,
into the games.
yeah, get into the games. Me and V have both chosen a trailer, which I'm about to load up for y'all. And
Bernard, you have to press skip.
huh? I
It's an
know,
ad.
dude. This stupid ad. Like, I'm so annoyed. Like, you have no idea.
In
Um,
terms of, I definitely hold PS5 in a higher perspective because they have more games, and all the exclusives on Xbox we can play them on PC. So that's why I would hold PS5 at the minute in a higher regard towards Xbox because the exclusivity just isn't there.
yeah, that's something I feel like I'm pretty mutual about. Yeah, we'll see. Well, I'm gonna play this trailer for y'all, and it has volume, right? Okay, cool. So let's do this. No, you're not playing. Why are you not playing? Technical difficulties. There we go. Okay, I'll be right back.
Someone said it, I understand. You're muted still, by the way.
Nah, I wanted to mute it for that
Uh,
because it's a pretty great trailer.
So I'll just give
Um,
my point there on this trailer, then we can move on to the one you picked.
The which one?
I'll just we'll just play the both of them, and then we'll talk about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
That's
go
what
for it.
we shall do.
Awesome. Joseph is.
Man, I'm not looking at the chat right now since I'm fucking with the videos. I'll look at it, Matt.
The old ones perished 1,000 years ago. Their great cities turned to graves. In their place came new life. And new dangers. I must find a way to stop it. Or it will get worse and worse. Until it destroys us all. There's nothing I wouldn't do to save this world. No depth I won't explore. No secret I won't unlock. No barrier I won't cross. This mission is mine alone. If I falter, if I fail, there won't be anyone left to stop what's coming. But whatever comes, I will be ready.
Aw, chills. That shit looks good. I'm fucking stoked for that.
They both look really good.
No, I agree. I mean, I think like what's crazy about like, shit, um, like I guess the sequel, like that one's been pretty long awaited as far as like them wanting to announce because everyone that's played that game, I've only played like the first 4 or 5 hours of it, and God, it's so fucking cool. Like it's difficult. It's a different kind of story.
Definitely looks beautiful too.
Yeah, I mean, like that was one of the best looking games when it was first released back in the day, because I think it was like maybe year 2 of PS4. I think I could be wrong on that, so don't quote me. I just read the comment about Kissing Booth 3. It's fucking amazing. God damn it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that shit's nuts. I'm stoked, and then Hellblade too. Like I got to get my hats off to Hellblade too. Like I recently only discovered that game maybe like 6 months ago, and you know it's on Game Pass. I think it's something I plan on streaming.
Yep.
Because it's just fucking.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass.
Yeah, it looks fucking great. I mean, I saw a friend play it, and everything about it just, you know, it's my kind of game where I just stress the fuck out and play something.
I think on PC, it's one of the first games I streamed on PC, I think.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But it's one of my favorite games because I love Norse mythology, and I love that the game is actually beautiful. The story is great. The music in it is great. The story behind how they make the game is, and the sound design in the game is, oh my, it's just brilliant. Which is why when I saw the trailer for it, I just got like goosebumps. I was stoked. And then this game, this right now, why? Who's not gonna get a PS5 because of this game? You know,
uh,
this game right here.
which one's this one? This is not Godfall, right? This is
What do you think it is?
man, I forgot. Oh, is this no, it's not. No, Demon Souls, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
Demon
okay.
Soul.
I was just like, I only played like the first hour of Demon Souls because I gave up on life, and Demon Souls is fucking hard, dude. That's probably the hardest out of all the Souls games, to be honest.
The hype for this alone, when I was watching the reveal
Mhm.
in the chat, was just crazy.
I believe it. I mean, I never played it through, so it'd actually be really cool to play through PS5 and see how that goes.
But yeah, the story behind them making Hellblade is really good as well, and it's also on Game Pass, so you know you don't really have to pay much more for it. So just get the Game Pass, download it, and on the Xbox reveal, they revealed that the number two would be on the Game Pass as well, so I could just finish it off from the Game Pass. So that's why I was excited. That's why I thought, and I think Hellblade the first one's on PS4 as well. I'm not sure if two is going to be on PS4 as well. I'd imagine so, but yeah, it's a really good game. I definitely recommend playing it, and I'm definitely excited for that one. So that's why I chose that.
No, I agree. Oh, GTA 5.
I mean, GTA 6.
You know what's really cool though? I will give them that because like when that part of the presentation played, I was just like, what? Like, but like the whole fact that they gave you $1 million for like until the game like goes over to the like PS5 version.
I think it was free, isn't it, to download and then something like that?
I don't remember because I know they were talking about like anyone that's a PlayStation Plus user owns the game at this very moment will get $1 million a month.
Yeah, because GTA 5 was I got it on Epic Store for free, and then it was free on PSN, and you get $1 million when you download
It's
it.
free
Yeah,
on PSN. What? I didn't know it was
it was
free on
free
PS.
on PSN.
I did
Yeah, and
not
then
know
it was
that.
because it was free. It was free on Epic Game Store, and then became free after the reveal trailer
Mm-hmm.
because for the PS5.
No, that makes sense. I mean, that's nuts, though. I mean, like, I know that's technically their own currency that they're actually losing money on. So it's kind of cool that they are
Oh,
doing that.
dude, GTA
So,
5 has made
like,
millions.
yeah, that's why. That's why I'm just like, I mean, it's a good move. It's a good look on Rockstar, and I don't know if that's something that they both decided, you know, and then they got Xbox obviously involved, it being, cross-platform. It's just insane, like that they did that move. I mean, it's kind of dull to be honest, but I was just like, okay, that's cool. Like having a relationship, with
But
Rockstar.
that's the new
So
Resident Evil as well coming out.
I'm pretty stoked for that, but I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about Chris's character. I mentioned it in Neutron John's stream, and
Mm.
it's just like he's always been kind of like the weird filler that's been in the franchise, but like they don't really give him something concrete. And I guess if they're gonna start making him the villain, I'm really curious. Like, is he like the new placeholder for Wesker? And like spoiler alert for anyone that doesn't know. But yeah, it feels like it could go that direction because he's always been kind of like an oddball out kind of character. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I definitely need to play through 7 before I even think about picking this up because I know they correspond.
A question I have for you on the chat is, oh my god, I just forgot it. Give me a second. What do you guys think Game of the Year will be for this year, and in terms of next year with all the exclusives coming out or the games coming out? Which do you think will be this year's Game of the Year and next year's?
Man, that's hard. I think this year will probably GTA 5. um, that's great. I honestly think this year is probably going to go to Ghost of Tsushima, just due to all the controversy
No,
with The Last of Us.
no.
I think that's going to take it, just because like just how much positive praise it's gotten. I personally don't really care if it does or doesn't. I'm not saying I don't even want. I'm not saying Last of Us deserves it just yet. I still need to finish it, but I just think right now, like honestly, the year of gaming that should have been great. It's really relying on how Cyberpunk goes. I mean,
Yeah, I
if I'm
think
being honest, like
Cyberpunk 2077, I think will sweep everyone off the floor because it comes in at the last quarter. It comes in just in time
yeah,
before it, so it will be counted towards Game of the Year. So I think, and it'll be a Christmas thing as well. So I think that's gonna win Game of the Year.
and I could vouch for that. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna pick that up at launch, just because I can't even finish The Last of Us. It's been fucking month and 2 weeks.
Oh,
Um,
I'm definitely picking
so
that up at launch.
yeah, because I mean, it looks great. I just think as far as like commitment to time and like focused on it and shit, I don't think I have it.
Mhm.
Um, especially like with work and shit, you know. But yeah, I think you're right. It could be Cyberpunk. I mean, I think if Cyberpunk for whatever reason just doesn't end up as great as it says it's gonna be, I think Ghost takes it just because all the positive praise it's getting. Because that's the thing, like it basically like all the leaks kind of destroyed like everything that Last of Us could have been for people. I mean, mind you, it would have been decisive anyway. Like I'm not questioning that. I just think like right now, like even like as I play it now, I don't think it would win Game of the Year. Um, there's too many pacing
Ghost of
issues.
Tsushima does
So
look really beautiful.
mm-hmm.
I'd say it would be contender for Game of the Year. But I definitely think Cyberpunk will definitely take that because, and I'll give you the reasons now, Duck. So CD Projekt Red is one of the best companies currently, one of the last best gaming companies in the gaming franchise, where they will finish the game, they won't blindside you like Fallout 76 and give you an unfinished product.
Wastelanders,
Uh,
y'all play it.
yeah, they won't. They when they make a game, they aim to finish it. They aim to
Yeah,
pack
Witcher
it so
3.
much full of graphics, detail. It is like you pay for what you get, and even more. The same wasn't the same set for, but this is CD Projekt. No, was it? I don't know.
I
I
mean,
didn't really.
like the thing with Last of Us, just to speak to that, is like the storytelling is still amazing, like hands down. I think the problem was is like theories and overhyping of expectations. You know, like people want
Mhm.
their story, like they want it to be told the way they mix this up in their head how it should be, and it came down to what they wanted to do, and what they did wasn't wrong. It was just different and not what people wanted. um, so I think ideally, like, it doesn't make it a bad game. It just it's just getting people to get behind that is the hard part, and I don't think anyone's behind that at the moment. um, so Naughty Dog is still, in my opinion, like what they've done is a great game. I can't say it's the best game yet that they've made so far. It's really hard to beat Uncharted 4. But I'm gonna find out. But I really think, like, I hope Cyberpunk does well. I mean, it looks so good to not do well. Like I'd be really disappointed in
The
this year of
graphics
gaming
look
if it
great.
isn't.
The
So
gameplay we've seen off it looks brilliant. It's gonna
mhm.
be a huge game. Graphically ways, it's gonna be massive. Gameplay ways, they said it's gonna be really huge as well, and you're gonna be able to replay it in like many different ways. And you have like a lot of good voice actors. You have like a few celebrity actors behind it, like Keanu Reeves as one of the I forget what, not like a villain, but like Deadpool kind of thing,
That's
an
true. Yeah.
anti-hero.
Hmm.
You have like a lot of people behind CD, and even if you look at The Witcher 3, the sound design, the music, the gameplay, the story was absolutely brilliant from when I played it. I will say Cyberpunk is a little bit overhyped, but I think it does deserve the hype. And they
Hmm.
have pushed it back because they want to polish and finish the game. So that's
Yeah.
why I think. And even during, this is how cool the CD Project Red is. During the reveal, they hid some codes in the trailer of limited edition boxes that if people found out, they got free limited edition Cyberpunk the game when they found out the codes, and it was like a big like
Fucking
story
cool.
and conspiracy behind everything, which was so cool. And like CD Projekt Red was just like giving people little bits of information, and a lot of people won the limited edition box of the game for free. Basically, they're just a great company in general. And Twitchy Pigeon said that sort of happened with No Man's Sky. Yeah, I think they were getting sued for false advertising because they released something that didn't.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, it was just such a weird game at the time. Like, I remember like hearing about it and all this hype, and it went to
It, it,
shit because
it's
the
much
aspect
better
of what it
now.
is. Yeah, and that's what I've heard. I've been wanting to play with y'all. I actually have it downloaded and ready to
See
go
this
on Game
game?
Pass.
I don't know what it
So,
is, but this looks so much fun. I love the art style.
dude, this one, yes, I actually wanted to sidebar this because this looks fucking cool. I'm stoked
This
for this
looks
game.
so cool, man. I really want to play this. I love the art style alone, the combat, and the two branching stories look really cool as well.
I'm just seeing that's why, like, again, like tossing the bone to Sony, like their indie partnerships, like get shit like this, and I'm super down. Like the little
Yeah,
devil
I'm
inside, like it looks so fucking tight, like for real. Sorry,
yeah,
super off the wall on that one, but it looks dope.
yeah. This does look good. But that's what we're saying. No Man's Sky, like the CD Projekt Red is one of the better companies you know, who are like I don't know what like they don't do a lot of the things that the other scumbag companies tend to do. So I'm just saying, like they will make a great finished product, and like you can't expect anything. Thoughts on Assassin's Creed Ragnarok?
Think you mean Valhalla, right? Is it
Oh,
Ragnarok
Valhalla.
or Valhalla? Yeah, because they did change the name on that, even though that's what it was leaked as. Because technically, it could still be
Oh,
that because
Valhalla.
it's Viking or whatever. Um, it doesn't look like Assassin's Creed anymore, and it didn't interest me before, to be honest. I saw some people play some Odyssey, and that looked really fun, and Syndicate, and you know, it's just not my style of game, and I can't really speak to it. I mean, like I wish I'd played it more. I know some of the folks here have played it, and they could probably speak to it more. But it's one of those things where like I feel it became more Shadow of Mordor at this point than
Assassin's
typical
Creed.
Assassin's Creed. Because like though that's my boat, that's my shit though. Like I loved Shadow of Mordor. It just doesn't make me think it's a different kind of game I should play.
I
And
think I give up on Assassin's Creed after Brotherhood. I think it all just went downhill. Although people did really like Black Flag, but I just after Brotherhood or Revelations, I just kind of give up on that boat because they just made it open world, and then there was a lot of controversy between a lot of them were pay to win, and you had to buy experience or something boosters to get past a certain point. It was just like
huh, I didn't even know about that
Ubisoft,
part.
which is god awful. But Valhalla, the art, the story looks really cool. The gameplay, I don't know if I'm sold on, but we'll wait and see when it comes out.
Yeah. Because it definitely, I think it's something I'd play, but again, I'm just not into that franchise as much. And I know it hasn't been the same. It's just,
That's what I'm saying,
yeah.
Banana. A lot of people loved the Pirates of the Caribbean Assassin's Creed, the Black Flag one.
I
It
actually
was
did
cool.
play that. That was one of my first games on PS4, and I liked it. It just, I don't know why I never finished it. I think I sold the game because I needed money or something. But it was cool. I mean, just not super into it.
Yeah, so I don't really know how Valhalla is gonna do, but it should be interesting.
That's true. As far as what Joseph was saying, like, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I mean, like, maybe I'll pick it up because I know it comes out in November, and maybe I'll play it. But I'm really interested to see. Like, what I do appreciate though is the lore and the history they put into it.
Mm.
I know I'm not a history buff. Joey, you're a history buff, but like a lot of it's pretty like well researched, and I appreciate that more than anything. And I know this one goes into like the Catholic Wars as far as like Valhalla and kind of all that going on. I don't know a whole lot about it, so I had a friend explain it to me. But I was just like, yeah, I'm not smart enough for this shit, but I'm down. So,
I was actually watching like a historian talk about all the armor and the weapons they were using, like in the Valhalla trailer. It's very interesting to watch about all what they got right, what they got wrong from a historian point of view.
yeah,
It's really cool, but it's a lot of information to take in.
yeah. I mean, like Dolda just said, he learned more from fucking from fucking Assassin's Creed than school, and I could vouch for that. I mean, then though I did have a really badass history teacher, and if anything I do know about history is because of him.
So we're saying Cyberpunk, depending on how that. I mean, obviously it's gonna come out. This was a weird game.
This looks dope. I don't know about you, but like, then again, I love weird shit. To be fair, me and Gator are all about that weird shit. But like,
I mean, it's from the Octopus dad, which was apparently really good, so it could come out well. But so Cyberpunk or Ghost of Tsushima for Game of the Year this year.
yep.
For next year, out of all the games that are coming out on the new consoles, what do you think will take the cake?
Man, depending on Horizon's story, I think that has a good shot.
What about Stalker 2?
Stalker 2 looks fucking great. Like, hold on, I'm gonna play that trailer.
Because
it looks like up my alley as far as like a creepiness level and just kind of like what they do.
That was one of my favorite things about that Assassin's Creed was Da Vinci building you all these things you could use. I thought that was cool. I really enjoyed that one. The Renaissance Assassin's Creed, that was cool.
Oh shit, hold on. There we go.
You can up the volume for this one.
Make it bigger. There we go.
Turn on the volume for this one.
Am I stupid? I might be stupid. Hold on. Oh no. Hold on, go back, because I'm dumb.
A lot of people were hyped for this chat.
This shit looked fucking great. Like, I'm actually stoked for this.
$40 million people used to live here. Now they're all dead.
Was that your voice?
Yeah, that was me. I was doing the Captain Price.
I was like, what the fuck was that? Chernobyl simulator. See, that's exactly the vibes I get from this. It looks so fucking cool. I don't even think I played the first one.
Those look very interesting. Very interesting.
I'm pretty invested. Like, honestly, like the vibes of it just, I don't know. It makes for good fun for me, at least, because
email.
It's just
sent. Attachment.
No, stop it.
Will you play at the end of the PS4 one as well?
Yeah, I will do that here in a sec. Let me just go back to that. Yeah, the last one on PS4 is really tight too. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty stoked for that. The ambiance of that game, the uncertainty, like that shit making me question the way things are is exactly why I play those kind of games. And I don't know, I'm pretty stoked for that entirely. Oh wait, you want the end, right? Let me get the ending.
Yeah, it was much further.
1 second. Just getting the time right. Bug Snacks. I still want to play that. I don't care what anyone says. It looks fantastic. Like,
I mean, I'm sure you will be one of the people to play it.
I fucking will. I'll stream the fuck out of it and just be like, I'm a strawberry. God damn it.
Can you go? I mean, you can come back to this, but can you go to the end game and then?
That was the ending. I guess it kept going. Oh snap! Never mind.
No, I mean the end game with the space thing.
Yeah, I see it here. I just don't know why I didn't do that.
Okay.
I think I got it. My bad. We were watching some other bullshit. I was like, what is this?
So good.
Dude, down, Gator, down.
Can you axe the ad as well?
Stupid fucking ad.
Thank you. It's all good. We'll figure. I'll show you next one. It's all good.
I didn't realize the little girl did that.
Mm-hmm. So it's a little detail.
Are you fucking kidding me? Another fucking ad? God, son of a... I'm buying fucking YouTube ad. I swear to God. Oh God, shut up.
Don't worry about it.
I'm so mad. So mad. I don't...
But it's just like what is that game?
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot going on as far as like it almost reminds me of the way they set up Dead Stranding, like when those trailers first got announced.
It's kind of like what's that one with the big underwater robot thing?
Underwater robot thing.
It's kind of like BioShock with Death Stranding.
Oh, but okay, I see what you're saying now. Okay.
Yeah,
No,
that's what it kind of reminds me of.
that's
Yeah.
super fair. I mean, like, BioShock was fun. I was playing that not too long ago, and I feel like I need to get back to that. But it's definitely one of those things where I don't know. I just love obscure shit. Like that's why like that in itself right there seems interesting. Like, is it a co-op game? You're obviously saving this girl. It sounds like you're saving the Earth and you're moving to a different planet. But like, you know, why? One, why, and one, like, why does this girl have powers? Like, I need to know that shit. Like, dude, you should totally play the collection. Just saying.
So there's also Project Athia. You have the Ratchet and Clank. You have Spider-Man, Project Athia, the new T's Final Fantasy game, or the big Square Enix game, which will obviously be Final Fantasy 16, I would assume.
Yeah, that's what I would imagine.
You have Project Athia, which they showed, which looks sick.
That one looks so good too. Like when you were like raising like a rock formation and turning it into vines or something. It looked fucking weird. Don't forget GTA. God damn it, he's getting me with that every time.
GTA. I'm
Funny.
sure they'll bring out GTA 6 at some point, and then everyone will lose their minds. If they bring out GTA 6 next year, I think that'll probably end up being Game of the Year.
Yeah, I could probably get behind that. I'm surprised they haven't announced it, but I guess all the work with Red Dead and whatever's been going on there, it's probably been taking up their time. And also just apparently just transforming GTA 5 to PS4 to PS5, which is dumb. At least, yeah, that's true. Milk. Smoke the money for what it's worth. Jesus. All right. Well, crazy.
For only Xbox, the only three I could imagine playing would be Fable, Halo, and Stalker, and then that's it. And then the PS5 has like so many more better games coming out.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Like, I felt like their showcase for Xbox, like after looking through it, it wasn't as strong, but they're focused on games again, and I'll take that shit. I mean, they were never like, I loved Xbox before I brought a PlayStation. I just really wanted to, you know, get something that because I think you didn't have to play for online, and that was my selling point at the time for PlayStation. Because they're like, you don't have to pay for it, you just need internet, and I'm just like, all right, fuck it, like down, and you know, I played the fuck out of that. But I don't know. I think next year in gaming should be hopefully better. Not so many delays. Hopefully everyone actually fucking plans for shit like this. Because now that's how everyone's mindset should be, in my opinion.
So, in a two-question format, what do you guys think wins? Xbox, PS5, and then for the second part of that question, which one would you prefer to get all together? PC or console?
Do you want me to answer that or them?
Yeah, you can answer that, and then they can answer too. What do you think?
Between consoles, hands down PS5. Between console and PC. I hate that I'm saying this because y'all are gonna fucking give me shit for it forever. But nah, I gotta give it a PC, man.
Hey,
I have
PC
to, dude.
master race.
There's just so much shit that like I have found thanks to Gator, you, and everyone else that like, man, there's just so much shit on here, and it runs so well. Like, it runs so well. Like, I didn't think I'd care too much about the mechanics of everything, but like, you know, the more it grows on me, the more I could like point it out now, and I'm just like, yeah, I could see exactly why, like, you know, PC Master Race, you know, that just is what it is for me, for sure.
Because I think we've just come to a crossroads now that if they plant like a big price on it, it's just PC all the way.
Yeah, nah, I could get behind that too. I mean,
because that's why the companies are also stopping to make the consoles, is because they've come to like a cross point where they see that it's just not an
mhm.
affordable option. So even themselves are like it's like their last console.
Yeah, I agree. Because I think that just like I said, there's nothing more they could do. Like, there's no way. Okay, so it looks like PC looks like the better deal, and he'll stick with PC. Oh, I'm sorry, PS5, and then PC, PS5 for console, PC overall. Mascot's going for both, which is dope. Gator, PC
Mhm.
Master Race. PC is how games are played. I feel that, yeah. Uh, I want something user friendly so I can play with my friends, so I get a console for that. That is actually a really fair fucking point. That actually makes a lot of sense because technically you could technically do local co-op on PC, but that'd be much more complicated and needing more wires and kind of a messier setup. Not so simple, but messier. But you could still do it. Um,
No, you can still do it, but I mean, the argument that annoys me the most is, but I don't like using mouse and keyboard. Just get an Xbox controller. It's
yeah.
that simple. Plug it in and
Hmm.
play.
Yeah. It'll
It's
work out
like
just fine.
I find a lot of people tend to use that argument, and I think it's a rather weak argument. But a lot of people tend to use it. But just get a controller.
Yeah, and like the fact that they brought Horizon Zero Dawn to PC too, like almost eliminates my ideology of like exclusivity on PlayStation. Why did I pick that? But I mean, if they decide to move more PlayStation over to PC, then yeah, PC wins, like hands down.
Do you want to show the PC part picker thing?
The which one?
The PC part picker.
Yeah, yeah, we
The
can do
link.
that. You have the link there, right?
I mean, I can give you the link. Yeah, it was just a quick mock-up of like. Here, I'm gonna send it to you on Discord.
Oh, I got you right here. Let me just share my screen real quick. Yeah, just so everyone's curious
Alright, so
about.
I sent it to you.
Here we go. Let me just pop this up.
Which you trying to send out.
Let me just. There we go. So everyone can
But
see.
this was just like a quick build around.
I think that's everything. I think everything is still in euros though, or pounds.
If you go up to like, where is it? Let me click on it. If you go up to the where it says United Kingdom, just go to US dollar.
Here?
See where it says United Kingdom at the very top, just where the flag is.
Oh, I
Scroll up,
see you. I see you. Yeah.
and then go down to the United States. So that's basically even power supply wise, that's even you have lots of room to upgrade there. It'll be around $680, I think, because the power supply just isn't listed on the US site. But if the
Mm.
consoles are 600, right? If the consoles are 600, you may as well build a PC. Not only can you stream, can you play 1080p games on 144 hertz monitors, you can stream. uh it's just like you can also do work at that level. It's just way better than a console at that point.
Yeah. I mean, now being a
Just
part of
to,
the,
just
the
still
master race,
sorry.
I agree. No, no, you're good. And I just agree. I mean, like, mind you, if I got to spend another $100 in shipping, whatever, I mean, I still think it's well worth it as far as like the diversity, gaining the exclusivity in certain games, both on PlayStation and Xbox, and like, you can't lose if you build a PC. You can't, like,
What I'm
hands
saying is
down.
there's like even in America, you guys have micro centers and they do mad deals on PC parts as well. So you could get that even cheaper. And even again, you have the PSN now, you have the Xbox Game Pass on PC, and there's a lot of room there for upgrade, or you can downgrade if that's not in your budget. You can probably get like a bit, maybe a 560, an RX 560. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but in terms of British pounds, Dog got his for 600 flat. For around the same thing. That's just because it's in dollars, but there's lots. It just depends on your budget. But like I said, if the consoles come out 600, I just think is too high. You just might as well, PC. But that's just a quick build to
Yeah.
showcase, what you could get for that price.
No, I agree. It's pretty dope. I mean, like hands down, gotta do it. Um, any comments? Man, that'd be
Optical
great.
build.
That'd be crazy if they pushed 1,000. Fuck that. I want it. Not at all. That's
Do you
true.
guys have any questions or anything to say? And if you have any questions, Shade, ask. Yep.
No, not for me, man. This has been fun. I really enjoy just talking about shit like this. I mean, that's kind of why we made this community. I'm glad. Thank you so much, everyone, for being active and talking with us. V, do you got any closing notes for them?
Looking at the PS5.
I don't know. I'm excited for that event, though. I'll probably, if I'm
the event next week.
Yeah, if I'm off, I will probably try and do like a reaction live if you guys want to join us for that, so we could all talk about it too. That'd be really cool. So if I'm off, I need to find out. I know my things have been really weird as far as work. It's like on and off. But anyway, yeah. If you got, do you have anything, or you're still looking at PS5 stuff?
I just think overall I'm more excited for the PS5 content. There is the two things for Xbox, but I think PS5 really come out on top. And then we'll see whatever happens on. Shut up, banana.
Fucking love it. Yes.
I thought I was gonna say like you.
Oh my god, that's fantastic. I love it.
Yeah, and as Banana said, the PCs become something that can be upgraded, whereas PS5 or Xbox, once you buy them, that's that,
Yeah, I think at the very most you just mess with the hardware as far as like storage, but that's it.
Yeah.
So, and I think PlayStation's doing that easier too. They're gonna keep the external plug-in that you can just plug in, like I currently have mine, and then it's gonna have another slot as well that you could install, so you can just pick any hard drive, download the firmware, and should be able to pop it in without having to break the warranty. Because for the PS4, if you actually swapped out hard drives, you'd break the warranty.
Break the warranty, which is dumb.
Which is so fucking dumb. I was really mad because it was actually a screw with a seal, and you'd pop it out, and once you twist it apart, like that's it. Like you can't get help in getting it fixed or anything.
Even if
like
your
that.
fan is having issues or not circulating heat properly. Oh my god, Banana.
Bro, you gotta stop it. Stop gifting shit. No.
Banana, you madman.
I don't even know how many you gifted. It's just gonna run all day. Oh my god. Stop it. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, but stop it. Sweet. Well, looks like this is the last part of our episode. Thank you so much, Gator, for those subs. Thank you, Dolduck, for that follow. We are going to be doing more podcasts. I'm trying to do bi-weekly. It just makes sense with my stream schedule. That's really inconsistent. Hit the bell. Be on my Discord. That's when you know I'll go live. Follow Varadahl as well. Drop that guy a follow. He is really amazing at what he does. He's a part of our community. He's our mod. And he is fucking dope. So follow that man. Oh, wait.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it. It was a fun podcast. And can you do what Banana does? Like, go now. Watch Banana with a big dangly banana. Go,
Dude,
Jake. I know you can do it.
I need to do like a spiel like him, but I can't do it like him. Like, go follow Varadahl with the biggest, dangliest banana. I don't know how to do. I need like Gator's script. He needs to type it out or something. But I need to. I'm so down with the dangliest banana that just walked in. And hey, what's up, Hordak? We're actually just wrapping up the show. But yeah, God damn it, the dangliest. Dude, I actually really want to do that like in future podcasts because his are fucking. That setup's amazing.
But yeah, thanks for having me anyway.
Of course. But thank you so much, guys. This is ending the stream. We'll definitely see y'all later. If there's actually anyone to raid, I could totally raid someone right now. Be prepared in 2 weeks to have a podcast with Mr. Balix on. and also having a podcast with the mascot soon as well. I'm gonna get with both of them, and we will do probably separate podcasts or all at once. I guess it just kind of depends what they want to do. But
Neutron John is streaming Resident Evil 5.
Dude, is he still playing? What the fuck?
He is.
Jesus Christ. Okay, we're gonna raid Neutron John then. That guy's nuts. I can't believe he's doing that.
I think he's getting close to affiliate too. So
cool. Nice. Then we will follow Neutron John. I just can't believe he's still playing that shit. I saw him when I got off. He was like at 6 hours. Stop gifting.
Stop gifting.
Stop gifting stuff, bro. Holy shit. I fucking love you, but stop it. Like, holy hell. Hold on. I got the right Neutron, right? Okay.
Yeah.
We fucking raid the wrong person. Like, oh, fuck.
You gonna raid Jimmy Neutron?
All right, y'all. Thank you so much again from Varadahl and JH0919. We will see you guys later, and peace out.
Peace out, brothers.